Hey, this is Barry Canada from L3 Success, and I want to welcome you back to Lunchtime Recordings. This is episode number 4, and the topic, actually, before I even tell you about the topic, I want to tell you that this is a motivational video series that I started doing during my lunch hour, just to kind of share with you some motivation and some inspiration to get you through the day. The topic for today is going to be the very best version of yourself, okay? And this is something that, personally, I've struggled with for a very long time. I mean, I even struggled with this up into my 40s, where I was always comparing myself to other people, and I was thinking that, this person is better than me, and this person is more talented than me, and this person, looks better than me, and all of these things, that would weigh me down, and those things that would keep me from achieving. And another example would actually be, doing stuff like this, I compared myself to my coaches and my mentors. It's like, well, these guys can deliver a message, and they're so charismatic, with the way that they put information out. And that's why I was like, I can't do video. I can't do these things because I was always comparing myself to them. And if I didn't stand up, or if I didn't stack up to that level where they were at, then I just felt like, it wasn't even worth it, And, like I said, and I'm going to keep saying this over and over again for those of you who know, I had a stroke back in July, the middle of July. And after that stroke, everything changed for me. The sense of urgency changed. The things that I'm doing now are things that I never did before. I did some videos in the past, but they weren't consistent. I wasn't doing videos every day. And frankly, those videos are actually pretty terrible. And then I just, after that stroke, and I realized, how short time really is, and, how life can be over in an instant, it's when I realized that, I just got to be me. I got to go out and I got to be me, and I got to, some people will like me, some people won't, and that's just the way it is. You can't please everybody. And that's pretty much what this topic is. And I'm sure, some of you out there are probably, going through that same struggle right now. But I want to tell you, right, that the first thing, right, is that you are unique. You are an original. There's no one else out there like you. God made you, and you're perfect. Okay, so you have to learn to understand that, you are a unique being. So you're not going to be the same as everybody out there. If you wanted to be iRobot, then, or if God wanted us to be iRobot, then he would have made us that way. But no, every single one of us, we're unique, and we have to learn to understand that. And be able to know that we're different. We're not the same as everybody else out there. We speak a little bit different. We look a little bit different. We talk. We have our own stories to tell, and only we can tell our story the way that we can. Nobody else can tell your story the way you can tell your story. Your dreams. You have your own dreams. There's people out there that try to live the dreams of others. And that's just not the way, to get. I mean, you can't live someone else's dream. You have to live your own dream. You have to be able to love you and be comfortable with you. And again, that's something I struggled with. I didn't like me. I didn't like being in my skin. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like the way I sound. There were just so many things I didn't like about myself, and I was always comparing myself to other people. And that's why it took me so long to get to where I'm at today. But now when you realize, that you can't change who you are, you just got to accept it anyway. So when you start to learn to live in your own skin and recognize your uniqueness, then you'll start to understand that, hey, I'm not such a bad person after all. And then people will start to see that in you as well. I get comments on things now, people telling me that, hey, that was a great video, or hey, I can tell, that you're putting your heart into it, there's people that see that, and then that's the type of person I am. I'm the one that speaks from the heart. But, I never knew that people recognize that, but it's out there, as long as you're being you, people will recognize you for who you are. You don't want to be a counterfeit. You don't want to be, trying to be someone else out there, because people will see right through it. I'm not, my coach, Larry Beecham. I'm not, Jason Cardamone. I'm not, David Wood, or any of those guys out there, but for a long time I tried to compare myself to them, and it just held me back. But now, like I said, Now I'm me. I'm being me. This is Barry Canada, and Barry Canada is a great person. Barry Canada cares about, people, and Barry Canada wants to make a difference in the world. Also, understand, you're perfect. Okay. God made you perfect. God don't make mistakes. God don't build, or make flaws. He builds perfect things. God is perfect. So you're perfect. You have to understand that, that goes back into saying that you're unique. You have a story to share and no one can tell that story better than you. You're special. You love you. You're talented. You're the real you. You're one of God's children. You're blessed. Like you, love you, be unique. These are all that. I love drawing around the board, with all these different colors and stuff. And some of this stuff you might not even be able to see, but that makes me happy. And I like to be happy because I like being me. I want to read something to you real quick. Okay, it goes like this. Okay. You'll learn as you get older that rules are made to be broken. Be bold enough to live life on your terms and never, ever apologize for it. Go against the grain, refuse to conform, take the road less traveled instead of the well-beaten path. Laugh in the face of adversity and leap before you look. Dance as though everybody is watching. March to the beat of your own drummer and stubbornly refuse to fit in. This is by Mandy Hale, The Single Woman, Life, Love, and a Dash of Sass. And that says it all, okay? Be you. Enjoy your day. Go out and just show the world who you are. Show that the uniqueness in you, and just be comfortable in your skin for a day. This is Barry Canada from L3 Success, lunchtimerecordings.com. Take care and God bless.